Sri Matre Namaha. As I already told, in this one, I'm going to talk about family of origin Miasma. Hello, myself family. How are you? Hope you're doing great, happy, and healthy. Before getting into the video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you motivate us in bringing out this secret content to you all. When accumulated miasma patterns are inherited from both patriarchal and matriarchal lines, it can also create new mutations of diseases in the offspring. We may notice in current times, with massive amounts of accumulated miasma remaining uncleared in the planet, that many new mutations and diseases are manifesting that medical system cannot diagnose or comprehend the source of. So in my previous one, I already told there are certain behavior patterns, there are certain things which got distorted in the planetary levels, which already get accumulated in your ancestral origin DNA, and they get passed down to you. Okay, so as you already see, there might be some you might listen in the news and all those different platforms that new diseases are popping up, new things are popping up which you have never seen. Maybe that disease came in some decades ago, and then again the disease is coming. Okay, so why all these things are happening? Because the things are there in the collective. Maybe the collective is not respecting the nature. Maybe the collective is the generations has they have the generations pass by. People might not respect nature. People might not live connected to nature, or people might in these modern times, in modern days, we have lost that respect to nature. The people are not connecting to themselves as they used to be during golden ages, or during the ages where everything was fine and perfect, right? So the more we move far away from the nature, the more we move far away from the source, okay, we accumulate a lot of dead energy. And this dead energy, it is already there in the collective, and it becomes your lifestyle. And that dead energy which is already there in the collective, and it's get accumulated in your genes, in your DNA, in your biological DNA, in the ancestral DNA, and different new disease patterns. And the more the seals and the implants, there's so many things. Okay, we human beings did not actually have these so many disease patterns and these so many mutations in the DNA. They used to be healthy way long back, okay, long before, when we were angelic humans. We did not have all these things. We did not have any mutations. The more mutations the NAA, the dark forces, are giving us, the more we are taking on all those mutations, and the more disease are manifesting in the collective, and also in the ancestral origin. And through your ancestral origin, it is again coming to you. So they are every time the DNA is going through distortions. Every time the DNA is accumulating more and more darkness. Every time the DNA is getting influenced by the external and internal sources because of the low vibrations. It is changing. The DNA is changing. So the changed DNA, the mutated DNA, is leading to all these different disease patterns and different causes. So identify what type of diseases are there in your family of origin. It might not be sometimes always physical. It might be maybe mental diseases, or you might not even have an idea of maybe there are some hidden problems which you don't even know. Maybe a person is looking fit and fine, but what is happening within their mind, you don't know. Okay, sometimes it can lead to undiagnosed diseases. Sometimes it can be like they never got diagnosed, but they still have some repeating thought patterns, some belief systems, some superstitions, and so which you don't even know. They might have some health issues, mental health issues, which they did not take care of. Your family, your parents, or your patriarchy, your matriarchy, maybe they did not get that love. Maybe they they suffered a lot in their childhood. Maybe they had the inner child issues which they did not even talk about. So you have to identify what kind of issues your ancestors have, both in your patriarchy and matriarchy. You can by the simple conversations, you don't have to go to them and tell that, okay, tell me what kind of wounds you have. No, you don't have to do that. But just by talking to somebody, just by trying to understand somebody, your family members, you can actually have an idea of what they are going through, what their mental state is, what kind of mindset they have, what kind of behavior patterns they have. And if you start recognizing them slowly, you will understand what kind of things you need to heal, okay, within your ancestry, within your DNA. So the more you understand your family of origin, the more you understand your ancestors, the more you understand the story of your family members in which you are taken birth, okay, the more you understand the place the grids, okay, the more you understand these things, all these areas, your grids, your family line, your ancestral line, your patriarchy, your matriarchy, okay, the patterns, their behaviors, their attitudes, their reactions, their responses, okay. So all these things, when you start understanding them, when you start noticing them, you will for sure, you know, identify some of the things which you have to heal, okay. So when you first of all you have to identify that, and then and see what kind of health issues they have, you know, maybe the physical health issues, maybe the mental health issues, maybe the emotional issues, very important emotional issues, because maybe in my case, my family members, they don't ever express the emotions out. They never express those things, okay. I sometimes feel very difficult to identify those issues, the emotional health issues, which I'm all, you know, for me, working on the emotional area is a lot of work to do. And because I don't even know the where it has started, and they don't even express, I have to, you know, dig the things by myself, okay. So sometimes it might not be just physical or mental, sometimes the things may be hidden, okay, like emotional issues, like spiritual issues. You don't even know these things because they are hidden deep within the DNA, the brain, okay, which you cannot even have access to, okay. Maybe they don't even share with you, but you still have to figure it out by identifying yourself, your own self, by recognizing your own self, by, you know, going through those self-realization processes, by understanding the environment around you. When you start doing all these things, then you will notice that what problems you actually have, what things you actually have to heal, what kind of family of origin of miasma you have, okay. When you start understanding this, when you start noticing these things, then you will understand what kind of miasma you have to clear, then you will understand what kind of work you have to do, then you will be able to clear all this family of origin of miasma, okay. So these family of origin of miasma can lead to different health problems. Maybe it is physical health, maybe it is mental health, maybe it is emotional, maybe it is spiritual. So identify all these areas, why certain people have certain conditions, and what is the root cause of it, what is the spiritual reason behind it. And maybe you might not directly, you know, help them heal physically, but what you can do is you can work on the spiritual aspect of it, so that you'll help yourself also with this, because of your DNA is clearing, and also you are working on the spiritual and root cause of that issue, which your parents might have, which your grandparents might have, okay. So you are helping them also in clearing their issues, because you're working on the spiritual aspect of your ancestors and your DNA, and also you are clearing those things within your DNA also. So you're working on yourself also, and you're working on your ancestors also, you are helping them also in clearing out all these things. So this was there. So find out the root cause, find out the spiritual reasons behind all these different kind of manifestations of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. When you do this, when you dig deep, when you do this deep work, okay, when you go within the layers and see what is actually there deep down there, then you will understand what you have to clear. Then you will be able to clear out this miasma, and then you will be free from, you know, the ancestral karma, the ancestral patterns, the patriarchal patterns, the matriarchal patterns, the repeating patterns, the karmic patterns. You will be able to get rid of all these things. So start doing the work. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you did not understand anything, please watch the video again. And I'm making this series on miasma. I've already completed 3 videos with this, and next video also I'm going to talk about miasma. So if you did not watch my series on miasma, please watch the entire series and start doing the work, because it is really very important, okay. So thank you so much, and Sri Matri Namaha.